a game is just in my hand. Like, where does it come from? Game Boy, Nintendo Game Boy, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. By LJN. Well, this is a great gift game from the sky, or wherever this came from, but there's an issue with your scheme. I don't have a way to play this. I don't have a Game Boy. There's something on the bed. Super Game Boy. So I guess I have a way to play Terminator 2 Judgment Day on Game Boy. So I guess what you do is you just take the Game Boy and just pop that sucker in there. But yeah, it's time to talk about an LJN game. And if you didn't know, LJN was like a developer for games whether it was on Game Boy Color, SNES, Genesis, Super Nintendo, anything that was a IP, whether it was let me think, Back to the Future, whether it was heck, it could have been even Bill and Ted for Nintendo, or heck, even Jaws, Peter Pan. They did any kind of licensed game you can think of. But I guess let's think. Is this game really as bad as they say it is? Let's give it a shot. So, the game is based on the classic James Cameron film Terminator 2: Judgment Day, which stars Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, being sent back in time to protect John Connor to help stop Judgment Day, and also Hamilton and Lil Hamilton. But so basically, the game kind of does follow the game the film to a T. The opening level of the game starts with you in the war zone in the future, where as John Connor, where you are either shooting at Terminators, you are dodging them, and you're also shooting at hunter killers. I don't remember. The ones that fly. The flying Terminator things in the sky. And then, so basically, like, at first you just say, oh, this is pretty easy. But then you also run into an issue of, like, say, the game. Well, the first level is it's a bit of a puzzle. Or not. Basically, you have to, there's a barrier, and you have to knock out five towers. And if you didn't look at the internet, or since the internet really wasn't still in its infancy at the time, there probably wouldn't have been many people talking about it. So you destroy the towers, and I think it was from tallest to shortest, and it was towers 4, 1, 5, 2, 3. And if you do all that, you can get past it, and then you go to your first bad guy. Yeah. And it takes a while, but the best way to do it is to get it done. Duck, jump, shoot, and as soon as it starts shooting its multiple shots at you, duck. And once you get a free shot, shoot it multiple times, and yeah. But then again, when I was doing it the first few times, I kept on dying. So then in the second stage, you go to the Skynet warehouse, and you are. The problem with the Skynet warehouse, I think, is that when you go through like some parts of the level, the floor or the ceiling is too short. So basically, it'd be the equivalent of like, say, a tall person in a short building. So, which you don't want, and you want to do? Because one of the problems with this game, only one life. No continues. Which is absolutely insane. But from what Brandon told me is, back in, like in the 90s and all that, during the Game Boy era, you had, like, Game Boy games were made so that they had to be harder because, you know, they want you to continue playing them. It's not, but then again, it wouldn't make sense. When game companies want you to get sick of it and then just spend more money to buy it. But then again, it was mostly kids or adults playing games at that time. So basically in the second level, once you get past that, all that nonsense, you come to a Terminator, which you have to change its circuits to reprogram it. And if you do that, you send it back into the past. So after sending your Terminator back to the past, the Terminator finds John Connor like in the movie, and then it gets chased by the T-1000, played originally by trying to think, darn it, not Patrick, shoot, I forgot the actor's name, but the actor playing the shoot, I'm sorry, I forgot the actor's name. But yeah, it's actually, the game actually follows the film pretty well. The T-1000 basically chases you down while you're on a motorcycle. You shoot it, and also you try not to get killed yourself. And then you shoot it, and because you're trying to shoot all parts of its truck. Then the next level is finally basically the warehouse, where you go to destroy it. And then it has two forms. One form is just basically a form where it's still basically it's still the police officer, but then basically you have to damage it. And then he goes into liquid form. And then basically you just keep using it. You're a shotgun, push him off the edge. And I'm gonna say the game is flawed. Mostly just because, like, if the game didn't have just one life and game over, I feel like there would be much more of a game. You just won't be keeping thinking like, yes, I want to keep trying because I want to get there. But I feel like the game, unless you're gonna really, really try hard to get it, you can get there. It can be a bit tough, yeah. But is it the dog poop? No. But at the same time, this is my first time playing an LJN game, so yeah. I'd have to see if there are any other bad LJN games. And at least I got me a Super Game Boy. But the bad thing about the Super Game Boy, it only works for Game Boy. Yeah, Game Boy Color games don't work on it. Unless you get the Japanese model. Because I was so wanting to play Mickey's Magical Adventure, Mickey's Racing for Game Boy Color. Because I like that game. But I think Terminator 2 is a flawed game. Is it bad? It can be a bit frustrating, but it's not worst thing. Bad. But, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.